Here's the ultimate weapon loadout guide in GT Online. These are the only weapons you will ever need in the game. To start off, we need to talk about the Mk2 weapons and Mk2 ammo, cause in this video I'm going to mix between normal guns and Mk2 guns. The Mk2 guns are basically an upgraded version of the normal weapon. So a special carbine turns into a special carbine Mk2. This is worth noting as there are significant upgrades for these Mk2 weapons. There is also Mk2 ammo that you can use, but I'm not going to go over all of them, but the ones that are actually usable is the explosive rounds and the FMJ rounds. Explosive rounds explode and FMJ rounds are a lot stronger against vehicles and bulletproof glass. A major drawback to using Mk2 ammo is that the ammo capacity in your weapon will be drastically reduced, so most of the time using some Mk2 ammo is not really worth it. To access all this, you will need a weapon workshop bench. You can get this in most businesses nowadays, but somewhere you can get it for free is in the freak shop. You will also need to unlock quite a bit of this Mk2 stuff through researching in the bunker before you can actually apply it to your weapons. Getting onto the weapons, our first weapon slot is the handguns. And the first handgun I think you need to have is the AP pistol. This is a great pistol with a rapid fire rate, making it pretty decent to use in vehicles. However, there is another gun even better in vehicles, but we'll get to that later. I recommend putting a silencer on the AP pistol and then using this as your silenced weapon. You should always have a silent gun, and I recommend having the AP pistol for this reason. Next on the list is the heavy revolver Mark II, and I was a bit unsure about putting this here because it is a bit of a tricky one, because it can be useful sometimes and then useless other times. If you put FMJ rounds on this gun, it will shred through bulletproof glass in vehicles and such, making it easy to take out targets that way. But other than that, the heavy revolver Mark II isn't really used all that much. There's other weapons better for the job usually. The last handgun we have is the Up Anatomizer. The Up Anatomizer is great, but not for what you think it is. It's great for sell missions. Let's say you're selling the nightclub and your truck gets stuck somewhere, in between a fence or somewhere on a hill, whatever. You just whip out the Up Anatomizer and then shoot it free. This gun shoots out like a shockwave that makes things fly. It has saved me so many times when my vehicle's been stuck somewhere and I need to get it loose. Also, don't worry, it doesn't take that much damage to your vehicle, so you probably won't destroy it. Don't sue me if you do. Next on our list is the melee weapon slot. For this one, it doesn't really matter what melee weapon you choose because they all basically perform the same, but if I were to recommend one, then it would be the stone hatchet. This melee weapon has a special feature, which if you kill someone with it, you get about 30 seconds with a rage improvement, where you can tank a lot more bullets and handle a lot more damage. This sounds great, but it's not really useful in an actual scenario. Normal guns are 99.9% of the time better. Next on our list is the shotguns. The first shotgun you want to have is the assault shotgun. This is the most important one because the assault shotgun is an absolute menace at close range with many enemies. You can clear areas that normally you would get killed by, and you can do it so quickly. I recommend buying the extended clip as it greatly improves your ammo capacity, as well as you don't have to reload as much. This is the best weapon for clearing small areas with a lot of enemies. I also recommend throwing on a grip for the assault shotgun, as it will increase accuracy. However, do not attach a suppressor for it. Attaching a suppressor to the gun will slightly lower the damage on the shotgun, meaning you will have to shoot some enemies one extra time to kill them, and that could be life or death for you. Instead, use your AP pistol if you want to have it silent. Next shotgun is the Pump Shotgun Mark II. Now, the Pump Shotgun Mark II is also a great addition to your shotgun slot. This shotgun is way worse than the assault in close combat with a lot of enemies because its fire rate is so slow compared to the assault shotgun, but what it does shine at is with its Mk2 ammo, more specifically the explosive slugs. These explosive slugs make everything the pump shoots explode after just one shot, most of the time. Sometimes you will need 2 shots, but usually it's 1. The only downside to this pump shotgun Mark II is that its range is not that far, obviously because it's a shotgun. So you will need to be pretty close for it to actually explode stuff, but once you get close enough, it is deadly. Now last shotgun is the double barrel shotgun. The DBS isn't a crazy shotgun in any way. The only reason it's on the list is because you can use it on a motorcycle, making it a great gun to use if you're trying to take out someone driving while you're on a bike on the side of the car. You don't have to have this shotgun if you don't want to. There's many other guns you can use instead of it. I just prefer to have it as it can one shot very easily and you don't have to be that accurate while you're also driving around on a bike. That leads me over to the Submachine Gun Slot. Starting off, we have the tactical SMG. Now, this is the new king of drive-by shooting in GTA that I talked about. The king used to be the AP pistol, but now it's the tactical SMG. The tactical SMG boasts a high fire rate and a good magazine capacity, making it ideal for close quarters combat and especially drive-by scenarios. However, its main drawback is the range from it. When you get up to medium to long range, the damage of the SMG drops off a lot. If you throw on the extended clip on the SMG, you can increase the mag capacity to 60 rounds, which is a lot better than the AP pistol's 36 rounds, meaning you won't have to reload as much and maybe your target doesn't get away compared to if you use the AP pistol. Next up is the Combat MG Mark II. This is top 3 if not the best weapon in GTA Online. The Combat MG Mark II is an absolute beast with its incredibly high damage, higher than all ARs, and it also has surprisingly good accuracy. Throw on an extended mag and you get 200 rounds in one single magazine. That is a lot of enemies dead before you even have to reload. Its main downside is the recoil, as it is a very heavy weapon. However, if you go into first person mode, almost all that recoil disappears and you can shoot completely freely. I don't know why it works like this, but it does. So trust me, go into first person mode when you're using this weapon. Also, if you're on a controller with aim assist turned on, it's borderline hacking at this point. Now moving on to the next weapon slot, it's the assault rifles, and this is probably the most important weapon slot of them all, so pay attention. The first weapon we have is the king of all weapons, the Special Carbine Mark II. This is hands down the best AR in the entire game, and this should be your go-to weapon in most scenarios in GTA Online. It's got great accuracy, good damage, good range, and is all around a very good weapon. Get the extended mag and you also get 60 rounds per magazine. This is a killing machine and you need to have it as soon as possible. The normal Special Carbine is also great, so if you only have that and not the Mark II yet, then go ahead, use that. That's also a very good assault rifle, but definitely get the Mark II with the normal ammo. Do not get any special ammo on it. And the next AR we have is the Carbine Rifle Mark II. Now, because we have the Special Carbine Mark II as our main weapon, we also need a silenced rifle, because until now we only have the AP pistol, which has a silencer on it. We need something a bit more heavy. For that, we have the Carbine Rifle Mark II. This weapon is great as well, but I prefer using it as a silent option. This offers a lot more range than the AP pistol does. It has similar stats to the Special Carbine, just slightly worse in some areas. These two plus the Combat MG Mark II is my most used weapons in the entire game. Next weapon slot is the Sniper Rifles. Starting off, we have the Heavy Sniper Mark II. The Heavy Sniper Mark II is the only correct choice in this category. If I were to choose one, it would be this one. From a decent distance, it can one-shot enemies and even other players. From very far, you will probably need 2 shots. However, you can equip this sniper with explosive rounds, similarly to how we did with the pump shotgun Mark II earlier. This makes it an absolute beast, shooting down enemy helicopters, jets, cars, and everything you think of with ease. Most of them you can take down in 1 or 2 shots before they then explode. You can also equip a night vision scope on the sniper, which makes it much easier seeing enemies at night. However, this will shorten the range you can zoom in with your scope on the sniper, so pick and choose here what you like. Biggest downside to the weapon is the low ammo capacity when it is equipped with explosive rounds. You will need to go buy more special ammo pretty often depending on how much you use the sniper. That leads me over to the Marksman Rifle Mark II. This one is a bit different, because this one is a quick firing high damage rifle, which is great at medium range, but at longer distances, not so much. This weapon is best for when you are too far away for an AR to be effective, but using the heavy sniper would be too slow to take out all these enemies. The marksman's lack of recoil makes it easy to hit consecutive shots back to back to clear an entire area quickly. Now we get over to the heavy weapon slot, starting off with the RPG. Now, some people would probably say that the RPG has now been outclassed by another weapon on this list, but I think it still deserves a spot here. The RPG inflicts so high damage that if you run out of ammo on any of the other heavy weapons, the RPG can definitely come in handy, as well as if you don't want to waste ammo on your homing launcher or something, the RPG is a great choice. Speaking of the homing launcher, this weapon has a lock-on range up to 300 meters and it's got decent tracking. However, any experienced pilot will be able to avoid it. It's great for taking out enemy helicopters or police, and it is actually available all the way from level 1. So you can start using this right away, and I would definitely recommend it when you are only starting out. Next up is the grenade launcher. The grenade launcher is a must, as you can clear big areas full of enemy vehicles and such in seconds by rapid firing behind cover. You can shoot so many grenades in just a few seconds, which makes this weapon a must-have to clear areas. Its biggest drawback is that you will need to buy ammo really quickly, because it can't hold more than 20 grenades, and you can shoot those 20 grenades in about 30 seconds. So it's great for just clearing a huge area of vehicles, but after that you will probably have to buy more ammo. Now let's get on to the compact grenade launcher. This is basically the same thing, only you can also use this on a motorbike, meaning you can drive by, explode people. This is the only heavy weapon you can use on a motorbike, so I would definitely recommend having this in your arsenal. Next up is the minigun, and this is an absolute spray beast. No one can stand the power of the minigun. It has the fastest fire rate in the entire game, and you can shred through enemies. You have a constant rapid fire until the 10,000 bullet capacity is empty. That is a lot of destruction done before you're out of bullets. Biggest drawback to the minigun is that you have to be a rank 120 to unlock the minigun, so it will take you quite a while until you can get this weapon. Last up in the heavy weapons category is the railgun. This is the newest addition to the heavy weapons section, and probably the best one. The railgun is basically the RPG, just with miles better accuracy. You can hit cars, helicopters, hell, even jets with this thing with ease. It one-shots most things and has an ammo capacity of 20, which is more than enough for multiple fights and then finishing them. Bear in mind, you will have to aim a bit in front of your target if it is moving, as the railgun has a bit of bullet travel even though it doesn't look like it. Now moving on to our last but not least, it's the throwables. Basically the only one you need is the sticky bombs. Unlike regular grenades, sticky bombs let you decide when to set things off. The sticky bombs are perfect for timing your explosions just right, because you can activate it whenever you want. You can throw these on cars, walls, or even other players, and it's great for setting traps compared to the proximity mines, as they can be heard and seen whether you're in a fight against other players or NPCs. Sticky bombs are great for taking out cars and even helicopters. You can throw them out of your car, which is super handy for drive-bys, or if you're driving past a player or an NPC you need to kill, and just throw a sticky bomb at them and then blow them up. You get access to the sticky bombs at rank 19, so you don't have to play for too long until you can get these bombs. I also added grenades to this list, but to be honest, the grenades are just here in case you run out of sticky bombs. Now lastly, I want to go through how you can make a custom loadout so you don't have many weapons that you never use and just messing up your weapon wheel and you have to scroll through like 100 weapons to get to the one that you actually want. I'll show you how you can remove those. Now, to do this, to customize your loadout, you will need to have access to a weapon locker. Weapon lockers are available in many properties, but I would recommend using the agency, as here you can get discounted weapons, ammo, and armor when you're using your own armory. Once you have a property with a weapon locker, interact with it to open the customization menu. Now, in the weapon locker menu, you'll see a list of all your own weapons categorized by type. So pistols, rifles, explosives, etc. For each category, you can select which weapons you want to appear in your weapon wheel by toggling them on or off, basically show or hide. This allows you to declutter your weapon wheel, keeping only your preferred weapons accessible when you are fighting or playing the game. After you've customized your loadout, make sure that the custom loadout has been enabled. You can do this by going into the interaction menu in game, going down to ammo and snacks, and then selecting enable custom loadout or disable custom loadout, whatever you want. But in this case, you will want it to be enabled. Well, now that we have made you the ultimate weapon loadout in GT Online, I think it's time to earn some money using these weapons. Here's an updated guide for 2025 showing the top 10 best money making methods in GT Online. Subscribing and leaving a like would also help out greatly. God bless, and thank you for watching.